Guest, we're happy to welcome back to the show from Asthma Allergy Center's immunologist, Dr. Giri Dandamudi. Welcome back to the show.
Nice coming back, Subhat. I'm glad you said immunologist. So actually I'm an immunologist. Immune system involves every part of the body.
And of course, with Asthma Allergy Center, you're also an allergist and you do specialize in a number of things, but today we're going to talk about immunology, but first I just want to mention the smoke. Now we've had a summer of wildfire smoke in our area. We see a fire burning right now with unknown contaminants. Smoke is never a good thing.
Yeah, it's particularly people who have respiratory illnesses, like people who have asthma, people who have COPD, and it is tough for them. It's an irritant.
Today we have new advances in science and medicine. And I was curious, what is the relation between the immune system and cancers?
Yeah. Several years ago, I used to teach the medical students. I used to tell them, there's only 4 things that you want to know, 4 subjects, that's it. They used to tell me, what is the 4? The first thing is immune system. Your infections, immune system. Your cancers, immune system. Autoimmune diseases, immune system. Allergy, immunology, allergy, asthma, immune system. The second one is metabolic systems, like your hypertension, diabetes, gout, migraine. And the third one is trauma. And the fourth one is like a genetic defects. So immune system is involved pretty much most of the diseases, somehow or the other. That's why, and the second thing is, we used to think it's the whole human body. Then we said, no, it's not the human body, it is the human organs. Then we said, no, it's not the organs, it's the cells. And now we are saying it's not even the cells, how the cells communicate, we call it the cytokines. Cells can communicate only through a chemical signals called cytokines. So we can block those cell products, and that's what we call as the biologicals.
So immune cells, they're located in all our organs, right?
Every organ.
So we can't alter our immune system with pharmaceuticals, but there are biologicals that can affect the immune system cells. Explain the difference between pharmaceuticals and biologicals.
Yeah, one step before that. So what is immune system? They're going to ask, what is immune system? It's all cells. The brain of an immune system is a T cell. T cell is a programmed cell. It has to program. How it is programmed? Just like your house. You're building a house, you put a fence. Fence is innate. It doesn't have any memory or anything. Then you train a dog. It is a trained dog is a T cell that is programmed to do something. So that's why all this immune system, you cannot change it by taking a pill. You can't change it, by taking all the supplements. It doesn't work that way. It is over years and years and exposure on how to adapt that one in there.
So an ad that promises to deliver a product that strengthens your immune system, it can't be done.
Yeah, you see, the immune system itself does that. So that's what we call it as elimination. Every day there are so many, your T cells are programmed to kill. We call it as a programmed cell death. It's like suicide. It's no different than your tree, your leaves falling from the tree. The question is why they fall. The next generation, next crop of the leaves are more functional. So similarly, every day there are so many cells that die, even from embryo. If you see your hand, for example, it was at one time it was like this, then it become digits, but these cells are dead. So that is the way your T cells kind of program it. And then what happens is, then a virus comes. Well, the virus is very, very problematic actually. When the virus comes, so your immune cells try to kill it, And then this process keeps on going, activated T cells. These are your character. But you have to stop it somewhere. To stop it, there are some chemicals, inhibitory chemicals to stop the process. You see that one process? But the virus is very clever. What they do is, they take the inhibitor molecule and inhibit your T cells. So that's why you develop cancers. That's why sometimes you react your own cells. That's why you develop autoimmunity.
So a product that says immunology vitamin C product will provide you with better protection against common colds.
As far as I am concerned, no evidence.
No.
No evidence. No evidence. The T cells are programmed centuries. It's not even. So you cannot just change it just like that. Yeah.
All right. There's a new generation of medications, the biologicals, and therefore they could be for anything.
Yes.
Right.
So they don't boost it. What they do is they cannot do anything. The chemical, the cytokine, but you can block a chemical. So it's like your house. So you have 10 doors. Get in. So you got the key. You can give the key to the virus or whatever the other people, but you can block the keyhole. So that is called as a receptor. So what they do is the biological, they take the single receptor, which is a protein molecule, and grow in cell lines, not a pharmaceutical company, which comes from the chemicals. So there is entirely, these biologicals are entirely different medications. They are not pharmaceuticals.
So as a biological, would an example of a biological be a plasma blood product?
No.
No.
These are special. Say for example, you have cancer. There is an inhibitor protein called as PD-1. So this is inhibitor protein. But if it inhibits it, okay, your own cells inhibits it. So if you block it, the inhibition is gone. So that's why it is activated. So there is a monoclonal antibody. They're all called as monoclonal antibodies.
So what does biological mean? It's
grown on cell lines.
Okay.
So they take this protein molecule and make an antibody and inject the antibody into myeloma cells, and the myeloma cells keep on producing. I call these biological as a cash cows. Once you program them, keep giving the same protein and again and again and again.
Do they tend to be more expensive than traditional pharmaceuticals?
Very expensive.
Yeah.
They are, each injection, sometimes costs 10,000. Like for example, melanoma, like multiple, melanoma, and the metastatic melanoma, like your President Carter, he is on this biological medication almost, 15 years, I think, something like that. They're amazing because you're not targeting one lesion, you're targeting the whole, wherever this goes. They are called as a targeted treatment. Traditionally, we do a chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, but if you detect this very early, you don't need to do any of those stuff anymore.
Really? He knows more than me and you. If you want expert advice, have issues with your immune system, allergies, and other specialties of the Asthma Allergy Center, you're a phone call away. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, bye.
Dr. Giri Dandamudi from Asthma Allergy Centers with us here today on JTV. Stay with us.